Please be sure to support the video we reacted to today by clicking the link at the top. Enjoy the show. Goodbye. Look at that top video, of course. Hero High made a video. The Quartery made a video. Best Friends Today. Cloudfish TVs. Seems like they're celebrating. Yeah, everyone's making a clip on it. Oh, thank you, thank you. Burn Show returned for the 5th and 6th time just to get banned again? Yeah, of course he did. Alright, let's check out this video by PenguinZ0.
Today I've got the black shirt on for this funeral service for
it's
one
a funeral
of YouTube's
service.
First major content teams, Rooster Teeth. After 21 years, Warner Bros. Discovery has announced that it's shutting down Rooster Teeth. Now, they're not getting outright euthanized and going to the Shadow Realm or anything, because there are certain Rooster
PlayStation
Teeth
for Life or
projects
PC.
that
I like PlayStation, I'll be honest, but I am a bit of a Sony pony.
By and large, Rooster Teeth, as you've known them, will
and my
cease
background
to
was
operate in the capacity that it has been.
Was
With closure, about 150 full-time employees will be laid off, with additional contractors and content creators taking a huge hit as well. Wishing the employees the best moving forward. I hope they find work elsewhere. Just a pretty sad set of circumstances all around, because I know a lot of people, myself included, have very fond memories of this brand. Rooster Teeth was one of the pillars of internet content creation for gaming for a long time. With
Zoe Williams.
Like Red
Zoe
vs.
Williams
Blue,
on Twitter is the artist
that
who
really
made that for us, making with that background, and is making currently our
unbelievable influence online. I still remember.
So get excited for that. Everyone's gonna have one free sub
still drinking milk
and then one free emote, and then the other ones are gonna be like
going into GameStop and seeing a Red vs. Blue DVD for sale there. And I couldn't believe it. My fucking mind exploded out of my ears because I knew it from the internet. And at the time, the internet...
Yeah, he's not wrong. Red vs. Blue was absolutely one of the very earliest things that, like, transcended going from, like, the internet to being, like, an actual physical item. And, like, didn't Bernie Burns and, like, Gus, they made that happen. Like, they had to, like, sell those DVD copies by hand. They would have to show up at GameStop and like, collect their checks and stuff. It was a whole thing. They had to go through a lot, dude.
That, to me, was still this mysterious dimension where, you know, Timmy Turner floats around in the cyberspace on an email. But now I was seeing this piece of internet content I was familiar with.
Honestly, I feel like as the years go by, Mr. Gamer saying, like, with Matt Pat quitting, everyone, all the other OGs and Rooster Teeth now, like, let's be honest, Rooster Teeth, it's been a lot. It's like, unfortunately, it's been a long time coming. They've been running into, like, back-to-back controversies. They really sort of kept getting purchased by company after company, and, like, you know, like, I'm not saying there's anything bad about it, but it definitely had, like, that company vibe. It's kind of like what happened to Smosh when Smosh got bought, you know? So it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, what else can you do? Hey, boss! Like, what else can you do? These companies, these corporations, like, all the actual genuine people that were initially there and that sort of made the content kind of went their own separate way, you know? It's kind of like, what do you expect? Like, look at Ray Narvaez Jr., Brown Man. He's on Twitch now. People barely remember him as a Rooster Teeth guy now. And he, you know, he makes his own content now. He's separated away from them. Michael Jones, Gavin Free, like, they all make their own content, their own stuff too. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's just a natural way of things. They just like with like, Rooster Teeth is what VTuber agencies is for VTubers, you know, where it's like YouTubers go to Rooster Teeth and these content corporations to make content, make good content, get big, you know, hang out with other cool people, and then eventually, bam, you know, you split off into your own, you know, your own butterfly wings and fly like a moth. That's what I said. Yeah. It was wrapped up in many controversies. We saw their eventual downfall. Yeah, no, it was meant to happen eventually.
Corporeal dimension.
So it's
kind of
like,
it was the coolest shit ever.
It's just a good time.
And it still is extremely impressive what they were.
I don't know why specifically everyone's so close together.
Achievement Hunter.
You know, maybe it is a little bit of like a domino effect thing where it's kind of like, we're planning on shutting it down in 2024, and it just happened to be that all these companies are shutting down in 2024, you know?
Another absolute colossal success in the gaming space online. Rooster Teeth was just the gold standard for gaming-related content.
Funny story, student loans called me while recording a video, and I had to say no. I'm like, it's not gonna be in the video, dude. Cut that bit out, bro. They're gonna freaking find your channel and be like, No, evidence. Do I still have access to my old avatar? I do, my dude. I keep a copy of all of my old avatars just in case. This is technically what? This is technically model 5.0 if you want to call it that. Yeah, I think I'm on 5.0 at this point. If I count even the smallest modifications, honestly. So, but I'll probably eventually do a quote unquote 2.0 model. I don't know. I don't even know what it would be called at this point. Probably when I actually debut.
Absolutely crushing it, and it is pretty tragic to see how this story played out for Rooster Teeth in the
Ryan Haywood, Adam Colvin. Yeah, Ryan Haywood was the biggest disappointment, so to speak, for me.
Leaving
honestly,
mangled corpses in their wake, where they're just fucking frying everything they own, and it looks like
especially
Rooster
after
Teeth
finding out how long it'd been going on for.
Acme in their dumpster out back, but. Unlike Coyote
I will.
Acme,
I have a plan already for Halloween.
I think a lot of people
using my old. Not a lot of you will remember, but my old model had a particular, let's say, skin, and I called it Manga Demon. And I kind of want to see if I can turn that old skin into a full-fledged model to use, and I might do it for Halloween or something. I'm looking into it. But I've had certain ideas. I didn't know if I was going to do it for Halloween, but I figured I'd do it for something.
Friendly fire out the wazoo. It seems like they're operating under the assumption of, if we own nothing, surely we can't continue to lose money. But them axing Rooster Teeth and putting them in the Warner Bros. Cemetery, burying them out back, isn't that the
craziest part? Is that at this point it's Warner Brothers that owns them.
5 or so
Think
years,
about that.
Rooster Teeth has
Warner
been
Brothers
really
owns
treading
Ruby.
water. They've been struggling, and they've got no water wingies to help them.
Oh yeah, this year's been insane, and it's just barely the beginning. It's gonna happen.
Their views had stagnated and
Shiny
often
Monkey?
would decline.
No, what did I say? Did I say Shiny?
They were an absolute juggernaut in the scene. So starting in 2021, they were averaging between 8 to 10 million
I'm gonna make a shiny banana as one of the subscriber badges. What?
Views a month, whereas in their heyday, in their prime, they were pulling in tens of millions
Rage
of
Quit
views
was
per
freaking
month
phenomenal.
and tens of thousands of subscribers per month. There's a lot of factors that contributed to this decline, the main ones being just an overall loss of interest from a large chunk of their audience that just went to other channels elsewhere. There's also a ton of controversies that Rooster Teeth kept finding themselves in that they were never able to fully recover from, and a lot of their biggest talent kept leaving them to just go independent and make their own.
Yeah, because eventually the big, and again, a lot of the controversies pushed away a lot of their talent too. So it wasn't just people. It wasn't just like a controversy would happen and then people would leave. It'd be like a controversy would happen, someone like Mika Burton would leave, and all the people that liked Mika Burton would leave as well. And I was a big fan of Mika Burton. I am. And you know, then there's Ray Narvaez Jr., then there's, probably the people that liked Ryan, they probably had no more interest in it after they found out he was kind of a douche. You know, it's like, so there was like all kinds of stuff happening at the same time. A lot of people in the company, outside the company, and the audience would sort of like leave it all together. And it's like, it's just natural to happen. It's a content, like, what do you call it? A content group. Like, yeah, you're gonna have, just like with Funhouse, just like with OTK, just like with, Hololive, VShojo, Niji Sanji, like, in any content group, you're gonna have people that like their specific members that they like. And then, yeah, if those members are gone, they're not gonna like them. So it's like, yeah, Rooster Teeth, as it started to, like, they started to leave little by little, no duh. They were just sort of, like, bleeding. Hemorrhaging views, so to speak. So it was bound to happen.
Shows and productions. So all of this over time.
I know what you said. It was a skin. Yeah, it's a skin.
Has just led to the current state of Rooster Teeth. It's not flourishing. And
fell off harder than Machinima. Bro, Machinima, though.
With 150 full-time employees and contractors
and
content creators,
the year started off with the Yandere Dev apology.
So
what a great way to start off the year, bro. That should have told us. That should have informed us.
Ultimately, just put it to rest.
How many pedals have been caught since?
Other choices. I guess they could take the 150 full-time employees and just transition them to being door-to-door asbestos sales reps you'd probably find more money in that than what they were currently finding with the Rooster Teeth brand, which is just sad to see it get to this point, but like I mentioned, it's not the end of everything Rooster Teeth related. They do plan on continuing the Roost podcast network for some time here while they evaluate outside interest in acquiring it. There's also a movie that's being worked on between Warner Bros. And Rooster Teeth that they plan on releasing, though I'd take that with a huge fucking grain of salt right now because Warner Bros. Has become infamous for just destroying movies that are pretty much done.
Yeah, didn't Warner Brothers just, like, literally report the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner movie as, like, a tax loss? The movie was done, like, fully done and ready to go. And Warner Brothers was like, nah, don't release it. No, it's a tax write-off now. So there's somewhere exists a Roadrunner Coyote, Wile E. Coyote movie, fully finished and ready to go, that we're never going to be able to get to see. Don't shush me. He's working for them.
Tax write-off,
and we're just never going to see it.
Batgirl and now Coyote vs. Acme.
So there's no way
so there's a good chance that this one they just
out.
wipe their ass with at the finish line per usual.
What I'm scared, first of all, Red versus Blue, let's be honest, that needs to just finish. That show's been going on for 21 years. Ruby, I kind of fell off at season 5. And most people tend to agree with me. Genlock, I never really got into. I needed to watch that one, I'll be honest. I just didn't get into it.
Are also currently exploring options for Rooster Teeth's content catalog and some of their IP like Red vs. Blue.
Never got into Ruby or the other projects. I just
so while there is still some Rooster Teeth related content that will survive Judgment Day here, it is still the end of the road for
Jack's
Rooster
like annual
Teeth itself overall.
Charity
the general
events
manager
too.
of Rooster Teeth, Jordan Levin, made a statement, and I'm going to read this section.
What do you mean? You're hanging out with me right now, Mr. Gamer?
I'm
here every night.
You've heard me give my perspective and updates.
But just because I'm on
media and entertainment during each of our monthly.
Just because I'm right here and you're over there, don't mean.
Ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner. Warner Bros. Discovery continued its investment in our company, content, and community.
Oh, hold on. Top 5 favorite anime? Like I'll give you like right off the bat my super mainstream list. Right, like I'd really have to sit down because I have terrible. First of all, I have terrible memory, so I'm not gonna be able to remember all the amazing anime that I watch. But like just right off the bat, the ones that I have like on lockdown, mainstreamed, like Cowboy Bebop would be one at the top. Just put it at the tippy top, because why not? So Cowboy Bebop. I don't want to say this because I'd have to rewatch it, but as a child, I used to watch Yu Yu Hakusho nonstop, but it was only on on Adult Swim. And I could never watch it like, and I never could watch it in a row or like directly in a row. I'd have to like wait till late night, and then sometimes I wouldn't stay awake that late, so I'd be watching it in bits and pieces. So Yu Yu Hakusho was probably one of my favorite fighting animes. The finger gun, the laser. Anyway, so I don't know if I'd add that to the list. I probably have to rewatch it as an adult and just see if I really like it. But that's definitely a childhood memory. That's a core memory right there. All right, but there you go. No distractions. I'm trying to, like, mentally put this together. So, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, My Hero Academia. I don't know how it's ending so far, but at least the first 4 seasons, top tier for me. I will never... And I don't care. I like anti-hero Deku. Though I admit that it's not like the greatest anime ever. Still, it's pretty though. It's alright. But that one might have recency bias. Hold on, I'm thinking. Demon Slayer's probably up there for me too. Demon Slayer, honestly, 100% is up there. It just won me over, and Re:Zero. I'd say that's my top 5. Like, just mainstream that I can think of right now, but a lot of that's probably due to recency bias. I might change my mind on some of those. But Samurai Champloo for sure is up there. Cowboy Bebop for sure is up there. I would for sure put Demon Slayer up there. That just season 1 by itself is like, and the movie. See, season 1 with the movie is just god tier.
However, it's with a heavy heart I announced that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from
if they would have given a little bit more love to the animation quality, I probably would have put it up there for real. But there are just some scenes where you could really totally not care.
This is the only tidbit I'm going to suckle on from it. I think this part of the statement is
if it wasn't for Escanoy, I don't know. He's like 71% of the reason why I watched that anime.
Anyone from the outside could also see them facing.
Now, oddly enough, I didn't put Ruby up there. I'd probably say Ruby was my #1 anime for a while, though. But I'll be honest with you, there comes a certain point where it just, like, I don't know, it just, every episode, there's a certain point in those, like, somewhere between the second, maybe third season, where not a lot happens, or not enough happens, and it just feels like they're lagging it. It was more like a setup season.
Behavior was changing,
and they kind of lost
viewers choosing different things over Rooster Teeth and just having a lot more competition in the space. They were no longer like,
I feel like they could have condensed like 2 seasons into 1. Is what I'm trying to say here.
As the entire digital landscape started to shift, Rooster Teeth kept falling to the wayside, and people were just choosing competitors over them, so they were hemorrhaging their audience, and overall just found it difficult to adapt in the new environment. And then the monetization and advertising changes they make mention of.
Like, I'm sorry, I just gotta get this point across because we're on the topic. Ruby, season 1, season 1 of Ruby should have been the entire school arc, and season 2 should have been the entire, break-in arc. The whole, the invasion arc, you know what I mean? Like, that should have, I don't know, that was, it felt like there was too much setup.
There, I believe the biggest things that affected Rooster Teeth was YouTube's change in how much money is generated by shorter content. For a while, it didn't really matter how long a video was. What dictated the amount of money it earned was basically just views. But then the focus shifted to longer form content with the addition of mid-roll ads, which starting at 8 minutes, you can start putting in ad breaks. And this led to a lot of
which is true. I don't have ad breaks because I'm not at 1,000 subscribers yet.
To reach that 8-minute mark. Rooster Teeth's
my hope is to eventually keep hitting YouTube for ad money.
Usually sub 8 minutes. Their heaviest hitters
that way I never have to charge my audience, and I can just keep charging the companies.
Animated Adventures, Red vs. Blue, Rage Quit. Aside from a couple of Rage Quit videos,
any of the spin-offs of 7 Deadly Sins?
Most of their big successful ones were
I don't think I have, honestly.
Usually between the 1 to 4 minute
Starter Kit would be
for
Bucky.
And I just feel like they took a massive financial hit with that because the content they were producing wasn't
cheap. Your list sounds pretty dope. I haven't watched Bucky though. I gotta get on that.
There's no way they were seeing a return off the ad revenue.
I've never voice acted anime. I haven't voice acted anything major like that, honestly.
Upper echelon of doubloons that you'd make from a YouTube video. So I just think that as they invested more money into these big projects, without increasing the runtime of a lot of them, they weren't seeing a lot of big returns on it, which probably hurt them. And I'm just speculating that that's the change that was probably the biggest thorn in their side, like the most annoying rock in their shoe. But the entire landscape of advertising online and monetization has gone through huge...
Well, Rooster Teeth never really adapted. I feel like they were very set in their ways, and they kept their shows, pretty uniform. And it's kind of like, that's okay to do that, but you kind of have to make some changes here and there.
Changes since they began.
To adapt to what's currently popular, what's currently changing.
But anyway, I'll stop speculating on that and instead speculate on something else.
Like Gus was really good about that.
A lot of people have been wondering now with this announcement, what's going to happen to all of the Rooster Teeth affiliated channels that are under their umbrellas. Things like Funhouse or Slow Mo Guys, things like that. Because Rooster Teeth had a lot of other channels outside of just their main one. How will they be affected? I have no fucking clue. It seems like a messy headache to me, since they're under the Rooster Teeth brand, which is, of course, owned by Warner Bros. Discovery, which has now pulled the plug on it, taken it off life support. It feels like the other channels are going to have to go independent if they want to keep them going, but I don't think they can just do that. They'll probably have to buy it from Warner Bros., right? Wouldn't that be how it works?
Well, that's weird. So does that mean all the channels are technically not going to be able to make any more stuff then until that happens? Oh, thank you, Uncle Ducko.
Considering they got shut down by Warner Bros. So if they want to go back up without them, they'd need to acquire the rights from them, I would think.
That would suck to have a YouTube channel you've been working on for years, and then they're like, hey, so we don't want to continue it anymore, so you can't continue it anymore.
Like the guys would want to continue to operate independently. So I think that'll probably be the direction. I just don't exactly know how that's going to work. But again, I'm just a fucking idiot, so there's a good chance that maybe it's not as messy as I think it'll be, and this
I'm sure they could buy it off of them, though.
Pretty seamless going forward.
Gavin Free could totally buy it off of Warner Brothers.
Teeth shut down after 21 years online and being such a pioneer in the commercialization of gaming content online and really just internet content in general. Rooster Teeth was at the forefront of like breaking ground and commercializing this whole space. So they earned their flowers here.
Rooster Teeth pretty much made it possible to make machinima on YouTube and like be profitable and make money, you know?
Rest in peace to Rooster Teeth. That's about it.
I should play the dinosaur game? Which one? Ark? Survival Evolved or which one? I feel like Rooster Teeth hired fans and really liked the channel, but when they work there, the perspective started to change. Yeah, no, and that's kind of it, right? The don't never meet your heroes kind of standard, where it's like Rooster Teeth, they really did hire a lot of their own community, a lot of their own fans, and it was great. But there was just like, I don't know, do you think that could have affected the amount of like controversies they got into, so to speak? Because I mean, even one like I doubt it, because they were getting people from all walks of life and stuff. Like there was like for example, Caleb I know was getting harassed. Like he said he was being harassed at Rooster Teeth. He didn't appreciate the jokes that were being said about him. You know, about him like playing like what do you call that sport with the disc? Sorry, I can't remember. Was it volley? No, not volleyball. Was it volleyball? Was he a volleyball player? No, he was the good people that died for the disc. He was one of those dudes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Live reactions every Friday, so swing by.